Like any other Army post, Fort Huachuca displays the spirit of America's military might. You can hear it as soldiers march with each stomp of the boot and every echo of a unit's cadence.
In the Army!
However, this post, tucked away in the Arizona desert, includes a chapter that cements its place in U.S. military history. Today, Fort Huachuca is home to about 6,500 active duty military personnel who train in military intelligence, unmanned aerial systems, and fight against cyber attacks. But this post also has a proud and storied past, one that centers on a band of black troops called the Buffalo Soldiers.
They were, as black soldiers, pioneers in their own right that inspired a generation of military heroes.
After the Civil War, Congress established all black Army regiments to fight in the Indian Wars, quell rebellions, and help settlers open the West. Their nickname came from rival Native Americans who said they fought with bravery. From the Indian Wars to the conflict in Korea, Buffalo Soldiers filtered through Fort Huachuca, the only place where all 4 historic regiments served a tour of duty. Now, almost anywhere you turn, the military site serves as a reminder of the Buffalo Soldier legacy. Whether it's a street name, a plaza, or the Fort Museum, their stories being told. Retired Army vets Harlan Bradford and Tom Stoney dress the part and tell the story each time they give a tour.
I wonder, could I have soldiers like that? Knowing when I get back and go to town or whatever, I'm not going to be welcome. But the people I'm protecting. So I say it's something spiritual in that.
Chaplain Lewis Carter, who served from 1910 to 1940, was the first black chaplain in the regular Army to be promoted to a full bird colonel. And he was the only black chaplain to serve with all 4 regiments. But he didn't only feed his Army flock spiritually. Colonel Carter also trained them to become professional soldiers through instituting literacy programs, a debate club, and making sure each Fort Huachuca soldier sent a letter home in time for Mother's Day. Now, 70 years after Carter's death, Fort Huachuca has another black garrison chaplain, Colonel Ken Revelle.
Our mission is really to pour spiritual steel and concrete within our soldiers.
He's grateful to pioneers like Carter who paved a path for him to answer his ministry and military calling.
To nurture the living, care for the wounded, and to honor the fallen. And if a chaplain can get at those 3 things, and it takes a great deal of prayer, he will be a long way into helping the kingdom of God to come to people, and a long way into bringing soldiers to God and God to soldiers.
Modern-day trailblazers like General Fred Henry know that it wouldn't be possible to rise through the ranks if not for the slaves who went on to become soldiers. And he's quick to point out that those soldiers didn't do it alone.
If it were not for President Harry Truman, and if it were not for the desegregation of the armed forces, my opportunities may not have come to fruition.
Today's Army and the military community at large mirror society in a way the first Buffalo Soldiers might have never imagined. And despite generations of change, some things remain the same, like the commitment to serve the country. It's reflected each day on the battlefield and on the home front. At the close of each day, a select group of soldiers lowers the flag with precision and care, showing how today's Army and the legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers are wrapped together in a story of patriotism, honor, and courage. John Jessup, CBN News, Fort Huachuca, Arizona.